Hello everyone, how's it going? Bill here, STL Puckhead, back with another video. This week's video, I have a lot I want to talk about, but please bear with me. I will do my best to keep this under about a 10-minute video. So my last video on my tour, my man cave, I was hoping when I released that on YouTube that it would bump me up to about 150 subscribers. When I did that video, I was at about 147. Well, that video has over 3,000 views and has taken me to about 225 subscribers. And I never in my wildest dreams thought that that video would do that well. So thank you everyone in the YouTube community for checking that video out. Everyone that is subscribed to the channel, period, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And to those of you who subscribed based off of that video, I hope you enjoy the content. I won't be doing man cave tours on every video, but I show a lot of cards on this channel. So again, thank you. But since that video came out, I had for the first time one of my subscribers reach out to me. There's an email listed that's linked to this channel in my channel description. And if you would like to contact me for anything, if you have any questions, or just want to chew it up over baseball cards or sports in general, please feel free to reach me through that email. So this subscriber, Dan, I'm not going to give your last name, is a great guy. Him and I emailed several emails back and forth and just kind of told each other our collecting history and our collecting story. He sent me some pictures of his man cave and some pictures of his collection, and I was thoroughly impressed. He's got an awesome collection. He's a set collector, but he also has a lot of graded vintage cards, and he's just a great dude. So some of these cards you can see over my shoulder, Dan actually sent to me. They're partial sets from the 70s that I'm going through now to decide if I want to buy off of him. Now, not necessarily buying cards, but building and collecting relationships in the hobby is what I started doing this YouTube channel for. So thank you again, Dan, for reaching out to me. I really appreciate your support in the channel, and I've really enjoyed our conversations. And I'll get back to you about the cards too, by the way, here pretty soon. But I also have a couple other things I want to touch on. If you can see in the thumbnail, I have a 93 Topps Series 1 box that I bought recently and opened. So I'm going to show you the highlights on that. I have another 87 Topps box that I busted and went through. I'm going to show you the highlights on that. And then also I have had several questions about the shelves back here that I put cards on, and the shelf over here that my Connie Mack all-time all-stars are on. So I'm gonna talk about that very briefly on how I came about those and why I decided to use those, and I'm gonna let you know how much they cost and where you can get them and all that stuff. So I'll go ahead and flip this camera around. I'll start out with the highlights of the 93 Topps and the 87 Topps box, and then I'll show you the shelves and the magazine holder. So hang on and I'll be right back with you. All right, so here's the second part of the video. I'm gonna go ahead and show you these shelves and stuff so I can get them out of the way and get to the cards. But yeah, my brother and I went to the World of Outlaws in I-55 Speedway just south of St. Louis last weekend. Like, this last week has been jam-packed. I've been so busy, but I've had so much fun with YouTube community and spending time with my brother. So I've just had a great time, and I thank you all so much. So I had somebody ask me about my Connie Mack all-time all-stars and how I got them mounted on the wall. So these are basically just magazine stands, magazine displays that you can get off of Amazon. I think they're 6 for $15 or something like that. And all I did was just drilled through a small hole through it and then nailed it to the wall. nothing fancy. I'm a budget collector, and this man cave is pretty budget. So all my displays and all that stuff are budget. So that's how I did that. So I hope that helps. And then these I've talked about a few times on my channel. These are the shelves that you see my graded cards on, my 60 top set and my Ozzie Smith player run. And I think I even have a magazine on it. So these are just nail polish shelves. So as you can tell, I don't rock the nail polish, but my wife found these on eBay or on Amazon and thought they would work well for graded cards because they're clear and they don't block any of the view. So I only have 4 on each one of these, but these little side pieces slide out. So if you mounted them together straight, you could fit probably 5 on one of these. I'm guessing if you mounted 2 next to each other, you could get 10 between 2 of them, or maybe 9 instead of just 8 like I use them for. But these are 6 for $23 also on Amazon, and I've bought quite a few of them, and they work great for me. I like the card displays, the wooden ones that a lot of the other guys have on YouTube, but those are $60-$70 usually. And like I said, I'm a budget guy, so for me, I would need probably 3 or 4 of those to put all the cards up that I want. So I'd be looking at $200 or $300. Whereas right now with these shelves, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 up on my wall right now. So I'm looking at about $30-$40. So those display shelves look great. But like I said, just for me and my budget, it makes just more sense for me to go the cheaper route. Maybe eventually I upgrade, but I've always got to think about the budget when it comes to purchases. So with the 93 box, again, it was a Series 1 box. Or actually, I'm sorry, a Series 2 box. So there were no Derek Jeters in it. I was mainly buying it for the chance of the gold cards, but I also wanted to get the Jim Edmonds rookie card. And I got 2 of them. Unfortunately, they are both off center, but that's kind of the risk that you take when you bust boxes and bust packs. So eventually I'll buy that in graded form, because he's an all-time Cardinal great. He's an all-time Cardinal Hall of Famer. He may find himself in the Major League Hall of Fame. I doubt it. He's kind of marginal. But I've always just liked Jimmy Edmonds. He's a great defensive center fielder with some pop. Part of the MV3 Cardinals with Scott Rowland and Albert Pujols for many years. And then here are some of the highlights from the 87 Topps box. I got 2 Bo Jackson rookie cards. I've always loved this card. One of these days I will either get one out of a box that's worthy of sending in to grade, or I'll buy one graded in a 9 or 10. These are both kind of chippy, and there's a rough cut on the edges, so I doubt I'll send either one of those in. Here's a really off-center Will Clark rookie. I've always been a big fan of that card. And here is another very off-center Barry Bonds. So I didn't get any McGuire. I did get one Jose Canseco, and I got pretty much all the Hall of Famers that you would want. Nolan Ryan, Cal Ripken, all those guys. It's just the edges and stuff are rough, so I doubt I send any of them in for grading. So these are the Hall of Famer cards I got from the 93 Topps box, and I got pretty lucky on the gold cards. About half of them were commons, but the other half of them were pretty decent. So there's Nolan Ryan, Ryan Sandberg, All-Star, Chipper Jones. Of course, that's not his rookie card. His rookie card's 91. Why? And they were still making prospect cards in 93. I have no idea. Same with Mike Piazza. And Carlos Delgado. He might be a Hall of Famer one of these days. Carlos Delgado. Tim Raines. Ken Griffey Jr., Andy Van Slyke All-Star. So, of course, I got that in one of the first packs. I was pretty stoked for that because you guys know how much I love Ken Griffey Jr. And then here's a gold chipper. In a 10, that's worth about $40 or so. Here's Tommy Lasorda and Hal McRae in gold. Orlando Cepeda and the Angels manager, I can't think of his name, and I can't read it in the gold right now. Jim McNamara, maybe. Eddie Murray, Jim Leland and Tony La Russa, gold. All-Star, Lee Smith and Eckersley. I'm going through these fast, and I apologize if you want to see the cards. I'm just trying to keep the video from getting too long. Gary Sheffield, Edgar Martinez. Another Ken Griffey Jr., Andy Van Slyke. Craig Biggio. George Brett. Jim Thome. Puckett and Larry Walker. Mike Mussina. Another chipper. Here's the big unit. All-Stars Frank Thomas and Fred McGriff. Both Hall of Famers. Barry Larkin and Travis Fryman. Travis Fryman started out really good with his career and then tailed off. Carlos Baerga and Ryan Sandberg. Roger Clemens, Greg Maddux. Fred McGriff, Frank Thomas again. Very early on, Trevor Hoffman. I don't have a Trevor Hoffman rookie card. I need to rectify that one of these days. Gary Sheffield, Edgar again. Kirby Puckett, Larry Walker. Another Tim Raines. Travis Fryman, Barry Larkin again. Jim Thome. Tom Glavine and Dave Fleming. Dave Fleming was a pretty good player to start out his career also with the Mariners. And then here's another stack of gold cards that are stars and the rest of them down here, but I'm not going to go through all those. Most of them, these are commons, Billy Ashley, stuff like that. So here's my pickup for the week. This came in early last week. This is Saturday as I'm filming this video. This, I believe, is the last of the major manufacturer rookie cards of Ken Griffey Jr. that I needed. His Don Russ's Baseball's Best. I've been eyeballing this one for quite a while. I've never owned it before. This is the one that got stuck in the mail in Florida. I don't know what problem they found with the package, but it got out of timeout and eventually made it to my house. So I'm super excited to have this one. And I think that'll wrap it up for this week's video. Again, thank you for all your support. I just can't believe how my channel has exploded since my man cave video. I don't do this for subs and followers, even though I talk about it. Relationships in the hobby. So all of those, all of you who have asked questions about stuff from that video, and then again, Dan, thank you guys for reaching out to me and checking out the video. I'm just so humbled that anybody would want to listen to my goofy rear end talk. And I understand that I'm very monotone in these videos. I try to talk like I'm having a conversation with somebody, but that's really hard on a camera for me. Believe it or not, I actually have a personality, but a lot of times it just doesn't come through on the camera, and I apologize for that. It's really hard for me to do. So again, I thank everybody for your support. I hope you made it to the end. It's been a long, rambling journey of a video this week, but again, I can't thank you all enough. Stay tuned to the channel. More to come. All right, until the next one, I hope everybody's doing well, and I'll see you later.